Recently, there were rumors and announcements of a possibility for the continuation of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. Media attention fueled by resurfaced storyboard art and behind-the-scenes glimpses had fans desiring a fourth movie to be made. However, a disagreement between Sony Pictures Entertainment and Sam Raimi on a solid script resulted in the project being cancelled in 2010. So far, no official script is released, but interviews and concept art revealed information that could piece together a plot prior to being cancelled, such as Peter losing his apartment, Felicia Hardy being a new love interest, Spider-Man beating villains like Mysterio, Scorpion, and Shocker, Adrian Toomes being the main antagonist, and some sources saying that Peter Parker would lose his powers and abandon the persona of Spider-Man forever. A real 180 for the ending compared to the other three movies. While no script is confirmed yet other than possibly centering around Peter's life and marriage and being a father, I thought it would be fun to share some ideas to speculate on the possible plot for a fourth Spider-Man movie before it releases. Please remember that this is purely an idea regarding the potential themes and plot points of a hypothetical film script. The movie takes place years after the events of Spider-Man 3. Peter and MJ are officially together, and Spider-Man is still present. However, he has taken a heavy toll mentally after the death of Aunt May, and is still mourning the death of his friend, Harry Osborn. Despite closure that ended the conflict of asking what if, it did not end the pain that absence comes with when losing a best friend. The death of Aunt May is just the beginning of a changing world for Peter. MJ is asking deep questions about their future together, what they're going to do. Peter still has a desire of science and research, but doesn't know how to break it to J. Jonah Jameson of the possibility of putting in his 2 weeks. He's still obsessed with finding that Spider-Man with his hand in a cookie jar. But the whole of New York has sort of moved on from headlines of Spider-Man, since he has become integrated in their society, in their culture as a symbol, much like Rocky Balboa. The world is moving on to other news, but J. Jonah Jameson is still digging to find anything to prove the menace of Spider-Man. One day when Spider-Man is facing a villain, something changes. The first swoop is dodged, and he does his quippy dialogue, but this new foe isn't entertaining Peter's jokes. The flying gets faster and more dangerous. Buildings grazed, civilians pointing different directions, Spider-Man mid-swing being thrown off course. This is someone keeping Spider-Man on his toes and stepping on them. The Vulture. A villain who is obsessed with ideologies aligning with a more extreme form of survival of the fittest, believing Spider-Man to be in the way of a new order he wishes to instate. This becomes a challenge for Peter as he is given no rest to strategize, to fall back for cover, and at every moment of rest can be opening himself to another possible attack. A body cam of the Vulture shows Spider-Man struggling to retaliate effectively for all of New York to see. Despite the public exposure of their hero, the people still cheer on Spider-Man, thinking he can recover even when things are bleak. Only to see Spider-Man flee. With him gone, the city starts to fall apart. New York falls to crime, yet the Vulture makes it clear he's not here for money or chaos. He's come for perfectionism in humans. If it takes the fall of a city to get it done, so be it. The Vulture holds an unapologetic belief that inheritors of the earth belong to those strong enough to rule it. Him defeating Spider-Man points to a change in order, where protection is only guaranteed by oneself. Spider-Man is unsure what to do. His combat and use of webs have been met with failure, the persona humiliated, and now a city plunged in the dark. Peter then has to develop a new form of equipment and fighting styles to aid him, incorporating aerodynamic principles to apply to his suit, dart-like projectiles to incapacitate the opponent like a taser, some which succeed, others not so much. All while the Vulture seeks out the hero to bring an absolute end to Spider-Man, so no one will oppose him. When Spider-Man is at the end of his line, MJ for once comes to his rescue. It's no secret she's been set as an example of character assassination, especially one who's supposed to be a supporting character. But for now, there is comfort, there is stillness, and MJ gives Peter clarity, learning that time will change, but it's because of Peter that he remains eternally a symbol of hope, leading to the final confrontation of the Vulture.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
The Spider Man trilogy, regardless of its plots, has a clear theme that great power comes with great responsibility. Villains such as Norman Osborn using his powers to terrorize and inflict fear, Dr. Octavius's obsession of reaching human milestones at the expense and safety of others, Flint Marko trying to protect the people he loves despite his criminal history, and the symbiote's obsession of taking over a host and encouraging in self-pleasure no matter how many people you have to hurt. Each having a power they could use for good, but chose not to, each with Spider-Man to stop. But in the fourth movie, what if Spider-Man's power was not enough? Especially when the threat is not from someone who Peter has a pre-existing chemistry with. Not a mentor, a friend, or even his rival, but a man obsessed with perfection of humans. The identity of Spider-Man with each villain had never had the same reactions. Some responding with shock, even remorse, others with anger and a deeper desire to hurt Peter. But with the Vulture, it's curiosity, like someone opening a present. Then the desire returns to bring an end to the protector of the public. And this would be the final movie to bring the trilogy of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man to an end, with Peter learning to adapt, to change, while still remaining as a protector to the people of New York. From the moment he first became Spider-Man to questioning if he really should take the role, confronting his past, and finally reaching his future. Not the end of Spider-Man himself or his struggles from loss. Rather, its embrace of mistakes and accomplishments, tragedies and moments of happiness, people he saved and those he could have saved, all to shape Peter as more than just the mask or the college student alone, but to be Peter Parker, the Spider-Man. What would you guys say J. Jonah Jameson would be doing at the end of the movie?
And who would you cast for the Vulture? Thanks for watching.